Most consultants are using ChatGPT like a slightly better Google. They paste in a question, get a generic answer, copy a few lines, and move on. That is the lowest value way to use it. In this video, I'm going to show you 10 practical ChatGPT workflows consultants, freelancers, and client-facing professionals can use to save time every week. These are not vague productivity tips. These are repeatable workflows you can copy for client calls, proposals, research, analysis, executive summaries, presentations, and follow-up. Workflow 1 is the meeting summary system. After a client call, do not just ask ChatGPT to summarize your notes. Give it a role, a format, and a job. Use a prompt like this. Act as a senior consultant. Turn these raw meeting notes into a clean, client-ready recap. Include 3 sections: key decisions, action items with owners, and risks or open questions. Keep the tone professional, clear, and concise. Then, paste your messy notes underneath. The difference is huge. Instead of a generic summary, you get something you can send to a client with only light editing. This workflow saves time because you are not asking ChatGPT to think generally. You're asking it to produce a specific business artifact. Workflow 2 is the proposal accelerator. Most proposals take too long because people start with a blank page. Instead, ask ChatGPT to build the first structure before you write. Use this prompt. Act as a consultant, preparing a proposal for a client. Create a proposal outline with these sections: problem, desired outcome, recommended approach, timeline, deliverables, investment, and next steps. Ask me 5 clarification questions before drafting. The key is the last sentence. Ask it to question you before it drafts. That turns ChatGPT from a writing tool into a thinking partner. Once you answer the questions, ask for a first draft. Then ask it to make the proposal more specific, more concise, and more outcome-focused. Workflow 3 is the objection handler. Before a sales call, client pitch, or renewal conversation, ask ChatGPT to argue against you. Use this. Act as a skeptical client, reviewing this proposal. Give me the 10 most likely objections, ranked by seriousness. Then write a clear response to each objection, using a calm, consultative tone. This is one of the fastest ways to prepare for a meeting. It helps you find weak points before the client does. Workflow 4 is the competitor analysis framework. If you are comparing companies, products, ministries, agencies, or competitors, do not just ask for a list. Give ChatGPT a comparison framework. Use this prompt. Compare these competitors across positioning, target audience, offer, pricing, strengths, weaknesses, content strategy, and likely growth strategy. Then summarize the 3 strategic gaps my client could use. The last part is where the value is. The goal is not information. The goal is insight. You want ChatGPT to move from facts to patterns, and from patterns to recommendations. Workflow 5 is the market research synthesizer. When you have notes from articles, reports, transcripts, or interviews, paste them into ChatGPT and ask it to synthesize, not summarize. Use this. Synthesize the following research notes into 5 market themes. For each theme, include the evidence, why it matters, and 1 implication for our strategy. This works especially well when you have too much information and need to find the signal. A summary makes things shorter. A synthesis makes things useful.
Workflow 6 is the data interpretation engine. You do not need to be a data scientist to get better first-pass analysis from a table. Paste in a small table and use this prompt. Analyze this table like a business analyst. Find the 3 most important patterns, 2 possible explanations, and 1 recommendation. Do not overclaim. Tell me what additional data would make the analysis stronger. That last sentence matters. It keeps ChatGPT from pretending it knows more than it does. Use this workflow when reviewing survey results, campaign performance, revenue categories, attendance patterns, or operational metrics. Workflow 7 is the client persona builder. If you're creating a strategy for a client, you need to understand the audience. Use this prompt. Based on this company, offer, and target market, create a detailed customer persona. Include goals, pain points, buying triggers, objections, language they would use, and content topics that would attract them. Then ask a follow-up. What assumptions did you make, and what research would validate or challenge this persona? That follow-up keeps the persona from becoming fiction. Workflow 8 is the executive summary converter. This might be the most useful workflow on the list. Take a long document, transcript, strategy memo, or project update and use this. Turn this into a one-page executive summary for a busy decision maker. Start with the bottom line. Then include context, key findings, risks, and recommended next steps. Use clear headings and short bullets. Executives do not want every detail first. They want the decision, the risk, and the next action. This workflow helps you translate long thinking into leadership-ready communication. Workflow 9 is the presentation scriptwriter. Most people use AI to make slide content. A better use is speaker notes. Use this. Here is my slide outline. Write speaker notes for a 10-minute presentation. Keep the tone confident and conversational. For each slide, include the key point, a transition, and one sentence that reinforces why the audience should care. This saves a lot of prep time, but it also helps your presentation feel connected. Instead of jumping from slide to slide, you have a narrative. Workflow 10 is the follow-up sequence generator. After a project ends, many consultants disappear. That is a missed opportunity. Use this prompt. Write a 3-email follow-up sequence for a completed client project. Email 1 should thank them and recap results. Email 2 should ask for feedback and a testimonial. Email 3 should suggest one logical next project based on what we completed. Keep the tone helpful, not pushy. This turns one client project into an ongoing relationship, and it's one of the simplest ways to create repeat business. Here's the bigger idea behind all 10 workflows. Do not ask ChatGPT for generic answers. Ask it to create specific work products. Give it a role, a format, an audience, and a standard of quality. That's the difference between casual AI use and professional AI workflow design. If you want to copy these prompts, use the free prompt templates linked in the description. And if you want the full consultant prompt library, I've also included a simple toolkit link below. If one of these workflows saves you just 1 hour a week, that's more than 50 hours a year. Subscribe to FlowStack, and next week, I'll show you how to connect ChatGPT with automation tools so your workflows start running without you.